Pod leader.
All the cycles.
Podcast. Spelled backwards. Pod.
Leap. Dumb. Leap. Dumb.
Pod. Pod.
Leap. Dumb. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new all-star episode of Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards, and it's finale time. The original goal of this podcast. I'm JDB Crump, and Lisa, are you ready for your swim transformation fly?
I'm Alexander Price, and the runway is going to be bizarre and spectacular.
And I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and I can't tell who anybody is right now.
And we're talking about the finale of Cycle 17 Top Model All-Stars, Episode 13, titled All-Star Finale, which, fine, great. I retitled it. That almost feels like a criticism of me. The girl who swims wrong.
And if you swim wrong, you should join the Not Swimming Lead'em pod by going to anchor.fm/.
That's what the anchor's for. It
Lead'em.
keeps you from swimming, bro.
JW, your fault would never be doing too much in the water.
Yours would be getting out instantly. No, not worth it. Let Allison take it.
By going to anchor.fm/podleadem, you can become part of the Lead'em pod and supporting us for as little as 99 cents a month. That's teeny. That's just a little bit of water.
Little.
That's nothing.
The petite amount.
Yeah, petit amount. And that's anchor.fm/podleadem.
Y'all, this episode is somehow nothing and everything. It's one of the most infamous episodes in Top Model history, and yet, my notes. I just hit my mic in case y'all heard a sproing. That's not the post-production on me.
There is so much drama.
In so little
and
episode?
Yet nothing happens to the point where we are subjected to Allison's Michael Jackson photo like 4 different times.
So much Michael Jackson shoot in this preview.
We get new introductions for all the girls. Allison, the quirky and unique girl from Cycle 12 with one of the biggest fan bases in Top Model history.
I just love that Tyra will never believe that people like Allison.
But might have been the shyest all-star?
Whoa.
Angelique, the sassy girl from Buffalo, New York. Angelie's confidence may have had some ups and downs, but her persistence and winning personality have made her a contender. Or Lisa, from Cycle 5, one of the most outgoing, fearless girls in the competition. Lisa's daring and in-your-face attitude may have been jarring at first, but she's learned from the judges' critiques and has been stepping it up week by week. Guess who wins?
It's subtle.
Then we get Star Wipe, Moon, Slide In.
Oh, this is going to be a finale to remember.
I mean, people do remember this finale.
Yeah. More than other finales.
Uh-huh.
Lisa and Angelique trap Allison immediately at the opening.
This whole episode feels like Allison trying to escape the show from start to finish.
Oh, I'm not literally flying away.
And then when Lisa is talking about her life.
If I win the All-Stars, that would be so amazing. Why? Why is this still happening?
And we get the wildest transition from young beauty shot to tiny polka dot bikini as Lisa's journey as a person.
She also says she's here to sell her album and get money for her charity.
Her charity.
Does not have a name and is ungoogleable.
And also feels like an afterthought because she realized what she said was completely self-serving, which I'm fine with. It's a modeling competition.
Yeah.
But she felt the need to be like, oh, and I guess also help my charity? Don't follow up, producers.
We get a glimpse of digital art with slow motion running. And then we get a very cute picture of Allison sleeping next to her dad.
So cute.
So cute.
Angelique gets to say, you don't have to be a product of your environment because I'm not. which is in direct opposition to everything the show wants to say about Angelique.
Absolutely.
Correct.
I was about to say she finally gets to say what it feels like she actually thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a fun fact. I wanted to look up the phrase the whole 9 yards because that was something that was said in my family. And I was like, well, that's got to have a terrible etymology, right? Fun fact. A rare phrase that's more sexist in origin than racist.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, is it the whole 9 yards of fabric?
Mm-hmm. And the first quote includes the phrase "stupid woman." Woo!
Stupid woman.
We get some.
If the listeners can't tell, we're going to be making our own fun a lot in this episode.
Uh-huh. We get some excellent top model math from Angelique. It went from 1 in 14 to 1 in 3.
Mm-hmm.
Fractions, baby.
Yep. Denominators.
We get incorrect Greek Tyra
Yeah,
mail.
we do.
To the point that, like, it feels like the models also knew it was incorrect. And Angelique was like, easy breezy,
They're like,
beautiful.
We had to learn Greek words.
Mm-hmm.
These don't match up.
So let me give you, I'll just do it in English. Ready? Easily, comfortable, nicely. Here's some love, Tyra.
I mean, is that my Hinge bio? Sure, but not great for this.
Lisa manages to suck up to the show
Ugh.
in a talking head while speaking about Angelique. When she says, ultimately, when things get hard, you hold on to the handlebars of fierceness and you don't let go. And she's let go many, many times.
Many, many times. I can't believe they actually got a contestant to say the handlebars of fierceness. Lisa is like, it is top 3. At this point, I might as well win it.
What I have to do.
Yeah.
I need to give a special shout out to producer Allison for talking about the TV so that I could get quotes from the digital art.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice of her, honestly.
You sold me, Tyra. She did her thing, Tyson.
Such compliments.
Woof.
It also felt like Tyson said that about everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then last week, Lisa said, stop looking at your stupid photo. This week, I think she sat there for hours watching this TV.
And then
Allison very sweetly is talking about how beautiful she looks, and Lisa's just like, mm-hmm.
Allison phrases it, though, in a bonkers way. She's like, I'm super threatened by it.
That's because she knew that would mean the most to Lisa.
Hair.
You gotta tailor the compliment to the person you're giving it to.
Her hair has gotten to a length where she has decided that she can hide her entire body within it, though.
Mm-hmm.
She's becoming...
color, bad color. It's looking like she was in the pool too long.
Colored in with a highlighter.
Who cares about her head hair? Because the eyebrows are going to go on a journey that the Just for Men box kit wishes it could show all these shades.
So they go to the hotel that they're already staying at.
Yep. What a journey.
Yeah. And Allison is annoyed that they're outside again.
Fair.
Where we meet Paige Catley, the CoverGirl Director of Communications, and returning Nikos Papadopoulos.
Because I don't need to say Nika's name ever again after this sentence. Paige, I looked her up. Because first of all, when we see her in a sunglasses, she fully looks like Britney Spears. and I was like, what?
Allison's like, please give me those sunglasses, please. Please, my eyes hurt.
She looked cute.
She
did.
That
was a cute dress.
I found her LinkedIn, and she has just done everything. Mm-hmm. And there was very specifically, you know how you can recommend people on LinkedIn from previous jobs? Yeah. A very positive rec from someone from CoverGirl.
Oh.
Hey. About her time. And now she's the vice president of global eyewear communications, which is basically marketing for every big eyewear brand you've ever seen. So, and Paige seemed cool throughout.
Yep.
It's almost like they knew that we were going to suffer through Nikos. And we're like, let's bring Paige on.
She's also definitely an upgrade from, Lisa Traub.
Honestly, Alex, one of my favorite things about this podcast in general, but specific, is finding such normies that you hate. And Lisa Traub is one of my favorites.
Normie Vendettas.
I just love it because if you said that name to even the biggest fans of Top Model, they'd be like,
is she from Model Land? We also learned that this is not directed by Jay, because On a clapboard, we see that the director is Tony Kroll, who is an Emmy-nominated cinematographer.
Yeah, that name is a big deal. Like, that's a name I recognize.
Yeah, I looked that up and I was like, wow, my IMDb's impressive. I wonder how often this actually happens.
Well, he is credited for 208 episodes of ANTM from 2008 to 2018.
208?
Yes.
That's ridiculous. That's almost every cycle.
Yeah. And they are handed scripts, but also then told not to use the teleprompter.
No. They're not supposed to. Jay is just very sure before shooting even begins that they're going to use the teleprompter wrong.
Well, because not a teleprompter.
You don't just use it as a way of knowing your lines to then say them. You have to give personality.
And yet, to your point, teleprompter is the most generous description of this iPad.
Pretty sure there was like a rope and pulley system.
Yeah, it looked like a zoomed in picture of the script.
Just scrolling up with a finger. And also, what a hard job to have to scroll in time with the model, because teleprompters are made with very, very specific equipment so that you can do that seamlessly.
This is one of our shortest commercials.
Well, it's also the most normie script we've ever gotten.
To the point that Lisa almost can't deliver the most normal line of all time.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What's the latest in eye couture? Which, y'all, I can't with eye couture. What's the latest in eye couture? New intense shadow blast from CoverGirl. The news? It's eyeshadow with a primer built in, so it lasts.
I'm sorry, that transitional line of the news? Is that what you just asked me what the news was? What's the news? Tell you what's happening?
Oh, the buzz?
This is a script that does feel like needs to be a second character because they're so often having to respond to nobody.
Did you say extra or was that me?
Oh, yeah.
Rich color that's fade proof, waterproof, and totally ignore proof. Oh, yes.
I thought you were about to say totally ignorant. And totally ignorant.
My brain filled in ignorable.
With new intense shadow blast, eye couture is ready to wear for hours. And here's a tip to make an even bigger statement: wear it with Lash Blast Fusion Mascara. Lash Blast and new intense shadow blast from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl.
Just when you thought you weren't gonna have to say Lash Blast.
It's not even a Lash Blast commercial.
Here's a pro tip: buy our other product.
This one doesn't work that great. We know because makeup artists on this show have said it's crappy.
Hey, y'all, have you ever wanted jewel tones to cover half your face?
The style of eyeshadow that they will be given, Raja once referred to as garage door.
Yep.
Because it's just one big slap of color all over the eyelid.
This is what you do when you have a cartoon character and you have to animate them having eyeshadow.
This is literally what I did when I dressed up as Janice the Muppet for Halloween.
Oh, an icon.
So this is going to consist of 3 things. First, they're going to do a beauty shot that Mr. J believes that none of them will be able to do.
Yep.
Then for the commercial, there's going to be just a tight close-up on their eyes for a while.
Which he has even less faith in them to do.
With a giant ring light 2 inches from their face.
And then shooting at a more normal distance, which we will discover later involved lots of standing around with scarves.
And then appearing from the ocean.
Completely dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it felt like, this is how, in my mind, what happened. They're like, Allison, you're going to be shooting outside. Oh, damn. But it's under a cabana. Oh, yeah. But with a ring light 2 inches from your face. Fuck. Like, she's like, I win. No.
No.
I think, though, that Allison does pretty well. I think she delivers the ad, and I think she makes the makeup look good.
Yeah, I think the makeup looks best on her.
I agree with that. I think it is interesting when I think it is Jay who says, do a version that to you is way over the top. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's not a bad read.
Mm-mm.
Like, it's a pretty good read. And it proves that she can do it, but it also does prove that if you're Allison, you need to push.
Sure.
They always slap a lot of makeup on these girls for CoverGirl Day. But what did they do to the contouring of Lisa's nose?
Oh, my. Magnolia Crawford.
Yeah, I will say this. I think Lisa got the best color
Mm-hmm.
I think that green is great on her, but she
Yes.
got the worst makeup.
Because Angelique got the worst eye makeup.
Oh,
Well, that hair,
that
it's gonna
hair.
take a lot for me to ever like this style of hair. But why? Why?
No, thank you.
I did think it was really funny. So Angelique has the best overall day. Just gonna say it right now. She does well on the commercial. She does well at the photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna even say she exceeds my expectation in the commercial.
Mhm.
She
Yeah.
does exactly what they're asking, which is her specific personality, but also still delivering a commercial. And I'll let you say your thing, but I do love that one sentence she can't say.
Oh my god, when she tries to say for hours and turns fully into Rosie Perez.
Uh-huh.
It's so funny.
It also is the one time that like Paige and Mr. J legitimately laugh because she's doing so well and she hits that hard.
And they're like, okay, well, we're going to redo that part.
Yeah.
Jay's literally like, I loved everything except those two words.
Yeah. It feels weird though that we didn't see footage of Angelie's super close up shoot.
Yes.
Because we got it in the exact order the same way for Lisa and Allison, and then we didn't get it for Angelie. It's almost like it wasn't shot.
Yeah. Tyra Mail, beach day. Going to the beach.
This is the time when Mr. J is banned from set.
Yay!
Yay!
We won't work with him.
But instead, we get Valentina. Why does Valentina insist on doing all this copy when Duzong is so much better at speaking like a normal person?
Well, it's also because I don't think the photographer had a single line, because the first time he truly speaks is, all right now,
I was not
let's go to hair and
expecting that
makeup.
voice to come out of that man.
No, or that name. His name is
Reveal of the century.
Dujon Reline. And he's like, hey, what's up, girls?
Hey, we're gonna go get dressed. You're like, what?
Well, they're gonna go get dressed. The photographer and all the crew is going to
gonna
go
disrobe.
shirtless crew.
But let's talk about what they came to the beach dressed in. Because Lisa's beach outfit was a white lace-up bustier, a pleated red skirt.
Oh, I just gagged on my water when you said that. Oh, that felt horrible.
Sorry.
Felt as horrible as that corset looked.
A pleated red skirt with white polka dots. And finally, the piece de resistance, knee-high brown leather boots on the beach. On the beach! What
You
are you
knew.
doing?
It said you're going to the beach. It was like really clear. This is where Allison gets eyebrow bleaching.
And Angeli is into it.
Also, Angelie decides all of a sudden Lisa's not her biggest competition. Newly bleached eyebrow Allison is.
That's all it took.
Because we didn't talk about it earlier, but right now, Allison is getting a third place edit because everyone's naming everyone but Allison as the biggest competition. And I think it's a big part that they've decided in Greece that Allison's whole deal is not being able to open her eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. What I liked about this shoot is that everyone got the same outfits
Mm-hmm.
and the same setups.
Yep.
Yeah.
And none of it seemed crazy. It seemed like an actual bikini photo shoot
Mm-hmm.
in a beautiful place that used the setting.
I always love these Vogue things because of that very reason. They all feel so real.
Mhm.
I think the models also seem to... We never get a lot of footage of it because there's never any drama. Why is there never any drama? Because this is what an actual workplace looks like.
Well, and they all just seem relieved to be doing the job and happy. At one point at the end of the shoot, Angeli is in the water and she's laughing. And I'm like, oh, it must be such a relief to just model a bathing suit.
Not in a Greek salad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and also be able to laugh and not immediately get criticized for not taking something seriously. It doesn't.
Yeah,
I think
you don't
there's
have to constantly examine every single action and how it's going to play into your narrative or not.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I can't get over the fact that everyone else on the crew just decided to go shirtless or put on paint. I mean, that probably is for some reasons like a very reasonable thing to do. It's just nothing we've ever seen before.
So when they head to the runway show, they go to a different hotel. It is part of the same chain, though.
Of course it is. And if you thought the Vogue shoot was so normal, get ready for a runway show that spits in the face of all the other runway shows that were weird.
Well, look, this is truly just a runway show for Top Model.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a designer show. They're not even trying to pretend that it's for the designer's Walmart brand.
No, and I'm going to theorize that the number of models and what they modeled is very specific and not a runway, like not in the normal ANTM runway show where you have other models there.
Mm-hmm.
There's swimming models and there's stunt models.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no...
And according to Tyrons, there's Greek models.
Greek model. And I love that was the only person who got that. And I like to imagine her name is Greek model.
So they're going underwater, which will symbolize going from mortal to immortal.
You're going to descend down into a pool of water. What does that mean? You're going to walk into a pool. This represents your transformation from mortal to goddess. It's just like your transformation into All-Stars.
Ugh.
So mortal and model are the same,
Mm-hmm.
and goddess and all-star is the same.
Yes. Model is to mortal.
Mortal as goddess
is to all-star.
all-stars.
Mm.
You're also going to be flying through the air onto the runway. Inaccurate.
No.
And then you're going to hear your song that you wrote, and then you guys are going to runway walk to that music back and forth.
That part was
Is
the most accurate, yeah.
Yes.
And then
Somehow the dumbest and the most accurate.
and of course all the Greek girls come in. So Shannon woo girls her way in.
Shannon's, yeah, baby. Let's get Christian up in this bitch.
Laura comes in sunglasses because she's hungover.
Hungover.
And Dominique comes in looking stunning.
Always.
But not happy to see anyone. It feels like Dominique was the most begrudged to be there.
Later, speaking to your third place edit, JW, because no one returning can be rooting for Allison. Well, no, that's not true. Laura is rooting for Allison to get some confidence.
Yep.
And it's Alley Cat, that's her official name now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somehow Shannon is rooting for Lisa.
I think Shannon's rooting for the force that is Lisa, because Shannon's like, yeah, Lisa's just a lot.
And then
How can I not win?
Dominique not only will not root for Angelique, will not root for anyone. And if you she says something that is supposed to sound like a compliment for everyone, but is actually an insult, because she says she feels bad for the judges. Dominique said, oh, if I were still here, the judges would have an easy decision.
Imagine walking to my song, that commercial for CoverGirl. People would love that. I'm sorry, they got to hear a Dead Dad song.
So they get to wear their Michael Cinco outfits, and we do see glimpses of the eliminated girls' Michael Cinco dresses.
Yeah.
Question. Was this secretly a design your wedding dress challenge? Because all of these were extremely bridal.
Very bridal, especially Allison's.
Yeah.
Well, Allison's is number one, surprising no one. Allison got Michael Cinco's favorite dress,
Clearly.
and it was a wedding dress.
Yeah. It is very sweet that she was like, oh, he even did the sleeves. Like, there was a nice, and I'll give, I gotta say, I cannot believe I'm saying this. Lisa's turned out pretty cool. I liked it. I did.
I don't like the disco ball top.
Can't say I enjoyed Shattered Glass.
I didn't mind it. It stood out compared to all the other ones, which if you are Lisa and that is your thing, I was surprised at how well he delivered it, what they asked for,
It does look the most like stage wear, which is appropriate for someone who was just there to sell their album.
Yeah.
Angelique's is a very Egyptian queen, quote unquote, costume from Spirit Halloween.
It looked good on her.
Yeah, it didn't look good on the hanger.
I like Lisa's better.
I mean, Allison's is the best.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, very clearly.
Also, I'm going to say this. We got a glimpse of Shannon's later, and I don't consider what she was wearing very conservative, very off the shoulder. And I'm like,
Sure.
But how could you tell who anyone was later on?
Oh,
because
my
the amount
God.
of wig and makeup that is about to be plopped on to all of these models.
Masks. Terrifying masks.
this had to have been a production thing. Something went awry, and they were like, we have to cover everyone up. And it, not even because of the runway. You're shaking your hands a lot, Alexander, like you have a reveal, or I'm wrong.
I think I know what it is.
Okay.
So it's the way this runway works, right?
Mhm.
So someone goes underwater, But
Right.
it's only the first person we see and the people swimming, right? Then what happens is we end up, what must have happened at the show is all 6 of them did the flying in, but they just switched out for each other. So everyone was actually paired with another person, and then we saw all 6. So that's, I think, the reason for the masks is so that you can't tell who is who.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant in terms of what they did in the show. That all made sense. And what you said was tracked and we kind of saw and got that described. What I'm saying, more heavier conspiracy theory.
Ooh, do.
I think something went awry with something, and then this was decided how much we're going to cover this up. Something about the mask felt last minute.
Because they look cheap.
And they kept falling down?
Did not stay on. They were not fitted. They did not match the outfits. There was something, it felt like literally like Dominique stepped away or something. Like something happened. And I'm just using her as an example, but I don't know. There was something too weird about this. The best costume, though, was the toga for the assistant who had to run models on to fly.
Toga and giant black headphones.
Huge
Toga-
headphones.
Toga PA could get it.
Yeah, he could.
Oh, yeah.
But what a choice. Look, we saw
Plus all that
exit-
cardio.
We saw them exit the plane. We know how windy it is. To put on foot-long feather lashes that will then flap in the wind like the eyes are about to take off from the face.
With dresses that already have very long trains.
And a harness underneath.
But
White dresses with black harnesses
harnesses.
underneath.
asking these models to swim, and I know this is personal to me, but obviously this was bad. And Lee's just worried that she's going to lose the contest because she's going to drown.
Yeah, Lisa's saying, oh, Angelique's just stressed out about the competition. No, she doesn't know how to swim and she's scared. Like anyone would be who doesn't know how to swim, who's being told they have to swim in the next 5 minutes.
I literally would have to quit the competition. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this.
I will agree with JW that this is asking too much in the sense that they are told they have to hold their breath from one side of the pool to the other pool. That was a very long way. Can I do it? Sure. But I don't expect anyone else to be able to do that.
You would hire swimmers,
which
for
is
this.
what
Well,
they
also,
do.
there's no eye protection. A lot of people who can do this also need goggles.
Yeah.
And the mask usually ended up making it so they couldn't see, and it's objectively hilarious. But I felt bad for Lisa when she just swims to the right and then is like, where am I?
Well,
Okay,
she doesn't
this
twist.
was Lisa's fault.
Yes.
Oh,
this
I know.
was Lisa's
Because she wanted to look like a beautiful mermaid.
So she did a twirl.
Also love her voiceover saying that she immediately regained her composure over the footage of her cursing.
I'm just always going to be on the side of not water.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then they do a switcheroo, but we see the magician's trick.
It was very masked magician.
This giant beach cabana.
Woo, as it wiggles its
Erected.
way up.
Up and down, up and down.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
You know, if you see the show, I'm a scaredy cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
Why is Mr. J dressed up?
He said, I want to dress up too, is what he said.
Apparently, all the crew had to be. We saw several crew members that all had to be in
Yeah,
some
but at least they did
on
things in
stage.
front of people.
I have no idea.
I wish they also had to wear the masks.
Well, I'm pretty sure Jay is wearing Laura's Olympic veil.
Okay, so the reason I think Miss J jams out to all these songs is because this is the first time Miss J has heard these songs.
Yes.
Maybe, for sure.
So we see the switcheroo. They swim, they come out. Great swim. Whoop-de-doo switcheroo with another model. They have to run all the way through the resort, it looks like.
Yep.
Some empty conference rooms. They come back, they get put into a harness. They are risen up maybe 6 feet in the air, swung forward, I'm going to say 12 feet, and gently set back down.
I'm also going to argue they may have been, like, the idea might have been for them to swing further, but the wind at this point is a problem. Like, literally, one of the models is like, I'm wearing heels, and that's not good footwear for this amount of wind.
No.
We can't stand and walk. And the only thing that gives them the confidence is their own single.
Well, it means we get a lot of really low center of gravity dance walking because it's the only way they cannot fall over.
It's like, how do we judge these runway walks? And they try to. It's like, they're like, Lisa's was really great and Allison's was really good. It's like, Lisa's was terrible. She was dancing to her song.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this, though. Lisa and Angelie's songs work so much better for a runway walk. And then having Allison's play third, and it starts, and I'm like, oh, this isn't a song you can walk to.
Okay.
Could have swam to it, I guess.
When Angelie does her little dive hands before she dives in the water, and then when she gets on the wires, does little flap hands.
Yep.
I think Allison kind of actually killed it, despite the wind, Marilyn Monroeing her halfway through. I think she does well in the water. She does well in the air.
Amazingly well in the water.
She does well in the air. And then I think her runway was as good as it was going to be.
Yeah,
yep.
I agree.
I wish Shannon had walked out and said, "Little windy today."
You turn my skirt upside down.
Oh, they do that. They play hers, but she's in the harness and they just flip her upside down.
Laura just immediately lies down in the middle of the runway.
Who knew? You know what? Dominique had clearly the best runway walk music.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like I said earlier, she got the CoverGirl commercial and hers was already walking. She's like, oh, I get to walk and not be a train track under me? Perfect.
And then we get the weirdest little insert about Angelie is not feeling well.
Why is she so upset?
Her heart is not settled.
Her heart's not settled, and also she's not got an ease about her.
It is fascinating to me who they choose to deliver information about Angelie in this episode, because it mostly comes down to Lisa and Nigel.
Uh-huh.
Weird choices to me. Incredibly strange.
I wonder if, in their eyes, when they don't want Tyra to deliver information, they give it to Nigel because he's been with the show the longest, so he's like second in charge.
I think so. Then we go back to LA, and I thought there was a Greek panel. I in my head there was a Greek panel that we also saw. But nope, we go straight to LA.
And we get sirens and stuff.
They couldn't show. There was Greek panel. They definitely filmed it.
Yeah, of course.
We don't get to see it because Angelie was the clear winner of this episode. I'm pretty sure we would have seen.
Yeah.
But we go to what is clearly the US versus UK set.
It's so big too.
Mm-hmm.
So obvious, red, white, and blue.
Yep.
Imagine having to be Andre and come back for this,
right,
since he's not on the next cycle.
Right.
Is Mr. J?
Oh, I don't know, actually.
I remember that they go to Canada and walk for his line.
Interesting.
That
So maybe
he has a show in Canadian Fashion Week.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if he's there with the show anymore.
But yeah, and then they reveal and this whole thing, they drop out all the music.
Mm-hmm.
It's so odd. And they talk about how after the show wrapped, production found out something about Angelie that
disqualifies her from the competition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But do we all wish her well? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that production, the producers have decided, in the fairness, no matter who won, in fairness to the other two models, we would judge them without Angelie's stuff to compare it to, essentially. Which is just It's so funny because they were clear. None of this would have happened if she hadn't won, because even
Right.
if she'd been disqualified, who would have cared? We could have
Yeah.
still done the
Exactly.
whole thing. I'm fascinated. Footage we will never see.
Mhm.
I would be fascinated because editing is so powerful, and Top Model wields that sword very powerfully often.
Yeah.
The fact that the finale made it so they couldn't edit out Angeli winning.
Yep.
They couldn't re-edit it in such a way and just have Lisa come back into
Well-
an insert shot or two.
I think part of it, though, is like, if you think about it, and spoilers about who wins, we've already told you, but like, if you got rid of Angeli, right? If Angeli doesn't win, by this episode, you'd think Allison won.
Yes.
So it then even makes it weirder how they have to re-edit. That's why I think they couldn't re-edit it, because they'd
Yeah.
already edited it one way.
Yeah. I think
It's
this
just
is
a very-
why
it's a
other shows
very-
now edit different winners so that this never happens again.
It's a very interesting mix of total transparency because they've backed themselves into a corner,
Right.
Yeah.
and then this weird something happened. I guess we'll never know. But good luck to Angeli.
I hope social media is never a thing.
Don't go to Type F, I guess.
it is, and I gotta say, if they wanted a memorable finale, this is the thing that made it memorable, because otherwise this is nothing.
Well, then watching them go through this sham of a judging where Allison has clearly changed her hair and they put a huge wig on top of her head.
But she refused to let them rebleach those eyebrows.
Lisa is very subdued.
Well, because I think in her mind, as long as she doesn't do anything wild, she'll win. Like, they can't switcheroo it on her, right?
Mhm.
Allison is nearly laughing throughout this panel.
Yeah, I would upgrade that nearly to it completely. The entire
Every time they give her a critique, she just sort of shrugs and she's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Maybe they literally told her at the original one that she was third, and
I
then they
think they
kind of
did.
like honestly.
I think they did.
Hmm?
They finally say the name of the perfume, Dream Come True.
Is this our first look at Britney's Beauty and Vogue cover?
No. Is
Yeah.
It's pretty nice though. It's pretty nice.
think
I
it
never
is.
noticed it before. It absolutely may not be.
it?
When Allison's first up, there's all this post because the ad was already made. So there's so much, here's how the makeup works, and drip, drip, drop into the thing.
Swaying with scarves.
Then
And then Jay says, I made the creative decision to do more shots with your eyes closed.
you made that decision.
Thank God you were there.
Oh, what? Tony wanted all the eyes open, but I said no. Lisa, her fabric dancing is terrible.
It's really funny. Just because it doesn't match the music at all, which is
No.
not really on her. She couldn't know what music they were going to use, but it's really funny.
I think it's odd that Lisa's talking straight to camera is like she's looking a little down. She's not making very good eye contact.
No, that's what I mean. They can't even edit Lisa to be the actual winner of this show.
It's a surprisingly bad commercial. And even Tyra's like, this isn't good.
Then we get the photos. Allison is first. I think this is a pretty stunning photo of Allison. Okay.
Actually, for once, I agreed with the panel for the most part. I think there is something a little off about her eyes. Something that does look a little like, ugh.
I think it's pretty solid. I think she's too pale for the background.
Sure.
I think they needed to give her like a warmer tone in the background because she just kind of blends right in.
Sure.
But I don't think it's as vacant as they did. And I see the eye makeup, which
Uh-huh.
you can't really say.
I'll say that. When Nigel was like, Allison, I don't know what to look out on your face. I'm like, come on.
That big
blue-
like a blue eyeshadow.
The
you
blue
can't
is half her
focus
face.
on
That's a
that?
ridiculous thing to say.
Lisa's photo, she has one eye and also down, so you can't even see the eyeshadow.
Andre says it is suggesting that this cover girl makeup is very fabulous because you can't see it. But it suggests that it is.
The suggestion of fabulosity. I don't think it's a bad Lisa picture.
I don't either.
No.
I just don't think it sells eyeshadow at all.
Correct.
No, it's
I-
lip gloss.
100 agree. Yeah, if it had been a lip gloss ad, I think I'd have been like, great.
I would even give it to Lash Blast mascara. Her
Sure.
lashes look good.
But a fortune teller?
You're pulling me in.
Yeah, way to make it real gross, Nigel. Would you guys like to see Angelique's cover girl photo?
I've seen
got
it.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's very
It is very good. It also isn't very eyeshadowy, but she had the worst eyeshadow. So
I wish we could fix the tips of her hair. That's not on her. I just wish we could Photoshop the tips of her hair.
These dead ends.
But wow,
the,
she looks stunning.
The eye contact with the camera is amazing, though.
Cheekbones, bone structure, yeah.
This is also one that I kind of wish was a lipstick ad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because you can't see any eyeshadow because she didn't get any.
Yeah. It's amazing how much they put on Allison compared to the other two. Like, they were trying to, like, put her in the Blue Man group, but, like, so much.
Her eyes are so big, we just need to keep adding more.
Private chambers. Now Nigel loves the jumping.
Got losing my mind.
Tyra's still not over the fact that people like Allison.
Nope.
Did you hear that fans like her?
And then Andre, who is no longer with the show, decides he has had it with Mr. J.
Well.
And Mr. J interrupts Andre, giving a critique. And then Andre says, "But let me finish." And I felt that in my bones. Because we have never heard Andre talk like that.
Nigel says that Lisa's a this, Lisa's a that. He never says a model.
Also, and maybe I'm being too sensitive to this, but it feels kind of gross to me that, and this is what it feels like, because Angeli is no longer there to give us a redemption storyline, suddenly Tyra is all in on Lisa's terrible life and the things that Lisa has been through. And I'm not saying that Lisa has not gone through trauma.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her story. I believe that she says she's had a very tough childhood. Absolutely. But that it suddenly becomes her narrative because Angeli is no longer here is extremely dicey to me.
Well, it also makes me think, and I've been probably the least of Angeli's fans of the three of us. I've judged her more harshly, I guess. It's that Angeli didn't win because Angeli was the best. Angeli won because she had the hardest life. Mm-hmm. And I find it pretty gross to do that because then you're just taking away anything that Angeli brings. And all, like, she does have good things. Now, would I have eliminated her a few episodes ago? Probably. But
that doesn't mean she didn't have the best cover girl day.
No. But she's just discredited by only focusing on how hard her life is. And so Lisa wins because her life was also hard, but it was second hardest.
And that's kind of been the journey for so many contestants on All Stars, is that they were always being judged by what they called their brand.
Right.
But at the end of the day was like what their marketable story was. And so modeling was always pushed to the side. And I think that's why Laura didn't move forward. I think that's why so many other people didn't move forward, because at the end, and I think it's why people like Kayla stuck around a little longer than they should have.
Yeah, and for Dominique's elimination, when they told her she wasn't memorable, did that just mean we don't know what your trauma is?
Yeah. Oh, you're a survivor, but you seem pretty well adjusted. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. I mean, giving her the brand survivor, they really wanted her to, like, lay in on that, and that's not what she was here to do. Mm-mm. I'm honestly still a little surprised Allison didn't win.
Because they can't even edit it. Why leave in all this stuff about Allison? When you're going to edit it in this certain way, why leave it in that she succeeded where Lisa failed and that you didn't expect her to be good at? I don't get it.
I think I mean, I can't speak to the editing. I think they just really wanted someone who was there specifically to play ball with top model. And Lisa proved that more than anyone else.
Did. I'm just saying, I'm so shocked by, like, they already had to go to the effort of re-editing and redoing this panel.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Why make it plausible that Allison wins when you're just like, well, the light is her enemy, she can't open her eye, she's shy.
I guess they still wanted some kind of suspense,
but it just then feels so ridiculous.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
More ridiculous is this reveal of the winner.
Tyra continuing to say that this is the first ever top model all-star when we know that someone has been crowned and disqualified is incredible. And then, of course, it's time for 30 seconds of fashion film.
Of fever dream fashion.
We finally see Alley Cat.
And never before has there been such a non-response to a reveal. Even the way it's edited in the show, mask comes off. It's Lisa. There is 5 full seconds of silence as we fade out from the film.
Well, and they don't even put her name up on the screen.
But also, as soon as that mask is off, boom, cut to Lisa, no matter how nonplussed her reaction is. It's weird that they, like, slowly fade out, and then Tyra's like, it's Lisa. Cool, right?
For Tyra, the point was Model Land movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Audrey Leon Talley, Miss Said Puccinetta.
Also, Lisa reveals the wildest nails.
And she just seems so down.
Well,
And
because she's...
I'm not going to disappoint you. That's what I'm not going to
Yeah.
do. Definitely not me. And I'm like, this is just...
Well, because she's like, hope they don't find anything in my past that'll disqualify me and we'll have to shoot this again and Allison wins.
And she was like, my confidence actually comes from a really vulnerable place. It's like Lisa's trying to like, I don't know. There's something really weird about this whole thing.
Yes.
I do think, even though I don't believe it was shot together, the photo of her and Tyra is one of the better duo winner shots, because I actually like that Lisa's like pushing Tyra away.
When do we think this happened? Like, what part of airing do we think this happened? And do we think that affected the editing of the season? You know what I mean?
I mean, up until now, up until literally that weird clip that they showed of Lisa talking about Angelique at the end of the runway show, I don't feel like it was edited in any certain way. It felt like they were trying to get us on board for Angelique.
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward.
And that they didn't go back and edit any of the other episodes that had already been edited once, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And in some ways, accidentally so, it's brilliant, because it is such a shock when you see that scene. Because I think I remember seeing the scene for the first time, and when it was like silent sirens and they cut to them and you're like, wait, what happened?
Right. Someone died?
Yeah, honestly. Ugh. Do you want to talk about our all-stars?
Yeah.
Our last two? So
Well, 3, right?
3, yeah. Well, we'll talk about like let's save the
That's to the
Angelique
end, I
like
think.
article last.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely. It is funny though that I was like, oh yeah, we don't even have to do her that now. Angelique disappeared from top model.
the ether.
Angelique went back to her home planet.
Beam me up, fiercely, goddess of fears.
Oh, that's really funny. So I want to start with an email from Hillary. Thank you, Hillary, who gave us an interesting Allison update.
Ooh.
So it's within Hillary's email, they said that Allison, during an interview, said that she refuses to talk negatively about Tyra. She said that Tyra is a huge supporter of her, keeps in contact, and even drove hours to see her perform in a show that Allison was putting on. Because, and Hillary says, like y'all, I always felt like Tyra didn't get Allison and was always surprised by people acting like they loved her.
Maybe she was still just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
She's like, I have to see what they see in her.
I have to go to
They're
all of her
applauding
shows
for
now.
her? Why?
But apparently, like, at least after the show, Allison's like, yeah, Tyra and me, very on great terms, love me. And we do see that Allison comes back in a much later cycle.
Yeah.
So I think that weirdly, I wonder if after the fact, Tyra's like, ah, damn, should have made her the winner. Allison's got just such a wild online presence because she's got everything from a DeviantArt to an Etsy. Perfect. If you want Allison Harvard, you got it. Her DeviantArt, by the way, her name is Ali Elizabetta, just like
The
Our
article.
blogger.
Yep. So that was the thing she was
She was
using.
just trying to send people to her DeviantArt page.
She is Ali Harvard on Instagram, over 700,000 followers.
Jesus.
And she's a casting producer right now. Her full name is Allison Harvard Burke, and she is still doing so much stuff. In what is now a year ago, in 2021, she got married. And yeah, I mean, the interesting thing about the update with Allison is that we've seen a lot of it because she is very online still. And here's an interesting thing that it kind of happened before the show, I think, if I'm getting the dates right, but she illustrated a children's book called The Story Told at Night.
Oh.
That was published in 2007.
Can I throw in something I just found about Ali Elizabetta?
Of course.
From a post on her DeviantArt, March 21st, 2006. Dizzy's lover. Brother, sister, mother, father, 1, 2, 3, 4, underwater.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Gorgeous.
Now, Lisa Zamato.
Oof.
There's And I mean this without exaggeration. There's too much about Lisa to dive into, but we're gonna wade some of those waters and go hard right, just like Lisa did. That might be one of the better jokes I've ever come up with on the spot. First of all, I found out her net worth, a thing I've never seen for any of the other contestants, which is reported at $46 million.
Well, it's the baby bib thing.
Well,
oh, yeah.
So she's been on some other reality TV programs since then, including Shark Tank. There's an article from Inc.com. Mark Cuban called this entrepreneur a liar on Shark Tank. But he still did get a deal because Barbara Corcoran, of all people. I mean, I love Shark Tank, but I was like, so it's called Dare You Go. And it's like this baby, plastic reusable baby bib thing. And she was still very Lisa on that episode. I watched the segment and the brand is still there. Her account is private on Instagram, despite having over 150,000 followers. It's Lisa.
It had to go private.
Well, she has an OnlyFans, and I'm only laughing because the OnlyFans username is La Puccinetta. She still lists ANTM in her bio, as well as Shark Tank and Dare You Go.
She doesn't.
Yeah, except she likes to talk a lot of shit about ANTM and Tyra now.
Uh-huh.
Yep. She also is apparently part of a group called Politics that's about pole dancing with politics. I'm not sure how they combine them exactly.
I can tell you how they combine them.
Okay.
Someone pole dances, and then they flash political facts above the video of them.
Oh, so it is what I saw. That's it. Okay, great.
That's the whole thing?
Yep.
Do they travel, or?
No, it's just like TikTok.
They travel on the pole, I guess, around and around.
Is it like a touring company?
And I want to make clear, I'm not making fun of pole dancing. It's great exercise.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
This is
not need political facts in the background.
Political facts, please, Hannah. Branded.
Political.
She did. I think we mentioned this a while ago, but Lisa also said that she was the one who stole Bree's granola bars. So she came out and said that. And we can just talk about it in general now. On TikTok and other social medias, Lisa used a re-examination of Tyra Banks that has happened many, many times. Mm-hmm. In our pop culture history.
And it's probably going to continue to happen.
For the rest of her life. She filmed everything she ever did. But Lisa has come out very negatively against the show. Pretty much constantly from what I can
come out negatively against everything.
Sure.
Because she's said Allison Harbour didn't win because of her psych evaluation. She tried to troll the left about trans rights, but she can't be transphobic. Her friend is a lesbian. That kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Her OnlyFans bio says, been bullied off Meta, Instagram, TikTok. Fuck them. So Lisa followed me. You can probably go back to an episode where Lisa D'Amato followed me.
I remember you talking about
yeah.
this.
And then I was like, sure, I'll follow you back. And then I had to stop following her because it got really bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not an online presence you want to spend time with.
Really toxic.
Yeah. And it's, I guess I won't say it's like unexpected. Is it daring? Yes. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But it's because she is the, as of now and probably forever, only All-Stars winner. It's just very funny that she is the one who represents top model in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Really appropriate, I think.
In some ways, for sure.
Yeah.
But also, how did the show not choose? Again, I'm just like, why didn't you choose
all the clients
Allison?
Didn't like Lisa.
And I think for this reason, not an unexpected update from either of those two, but an interesting one. And hey, they still have some of the most bases, yes. People following them and stuff for very different reasons, it feels like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so let's get into, and we'll all talk about this equally, because mostly I'm just, with Angeli, I'm going to talk about the bustle.com article titled ANTM stripped Angeli Preston of her crown. Now she's telling her story. Nearly 11 years later, the former contestant is ready to talk. And this came out extremely recently.
Yes.
For us in the podcast, great timing, truly.
March of this year.
Yeah, very, very recently. So I don't know if anyone very particularly, I know we all kind of read it, but is there anything that anyone specifically wants to talk about? It's worth, listeners, as always, reading the whole thing to yourself, because this is a interview. This is very thorough.
It's also a tough read for anybody who might be triggered by abuse or trafficking. I would say, you know, if that's something that's going to trigger you, then maybe read a summary, because there's some things that are tough to hear about. The most damning revelation for the show is that this was not information that they received from Angeli after the runway show.
No.
That it was something that they knew before All Stars filming began.
Yeah.
And she was assured that it was
It would not be a problem.
Yeah.
Also coming out looking great is Krista in this article.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Krista really seems like a real good friend to Angeli, and someone who became really disillusioned with Top Model because of how they treated Angeli.
Yeah, it's not surprising that we haven't, and maybe this is one of the reasons that I don't think of Krista when I was talking about like back the winners that I remember, because Krista doesn't really associate as much with it anymore, and it sounds like a lot because of their treatment of Angeli, like you're saying.
But yeah, the show basically treated her as badly as they possibly could in this situation from both angles. Because one solution to this is just not inviting her to be on All Stars.
Right.
Even though it was clearly something that she wanted to do for a lot of different reasons. And from the other perspective, you could have just not lied to her.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad that she got to a place to be able to tell this story, because for a long time, it was the most speculated aspect of America's Next Top Model. And unfortunately, at the time, I remember a lot of very negative ideas surrounding Angeli being proposed theories.
Right.
Because unfortunately, I think it's in some ways human nature to think the absolute worst. And I think we were still at a point where we were on the show's side, and maybe not always the information side
you're getting.
Yeah, and we didn't have as much of a way for people to like speak out kind of publicly about things like you're able to do with reality television now, that kind of keeps the actual production of the show a little bit more transparent, because they know people are going to talk if you try to screw them over. I was really surprised this eventually came out, though. When this, basically every listener we've ever had sent this to us, and I was very surprised that this article dropped.
I think it's surprising in like when it dropped, right? Because you feel like this would have maybe come out close. If this was going to come out, that it would have come out closer.
Well, they do talk in the article about the reasons why.
No, of course.
It hadn't come out closer to the timing of everything.
But what I'm saying is, when it came out, it was surprising that the article came out at all. So,
but I think some of that is pandemic and the show's renewed popularity. I'm hoping either, I don't know if it was generated from Angeli's end or if the reporter went out and found her. I do think it's a very well reported article. I think that they are sympathetic to her and really let her speak in her own words. And she seems like she's doing well now, and she got her degree and she's working in journalism and public broadcasting, which is really cool.
And she had mentioned on the show that journalism was something she was interested in.
Her writing wasn't bad, like as we pointed out.
She does say in the article that the only thing right now that she wants from Banks and Ken Mock, the two people that she mostly talks about, is an acknowledgement that they messed up by revoking her win.
Yeah.
Like, that's all she wants now. She thinks their actions enforce the message that sex work is immoral. And, that's someone who's already going through sex work that they're maybe not actively trying to pursue and have to do. That's already traumatic enough. And that's just going to make it worse. And then Tyra Banks did not respond. And Ken Mock gave the most, wow, it happened 10 years ago, and I barely remember.
Time flies, doesn't it? Angeli seems great now.
Yep. I wish her the best. It basically, Ken Mock almost read word for word what the panel said.
I wrote it. Ken Mock.
I'm glad that this many years later that the show is back on the hook for what happened to her, because so much, I think, in the popular imagination was put onto Angeli that it is, I think a corrective was necessary.
Well, and it only works in the favor of the show for them not to report on it,
Mhm.
because then it allows for speculation and takes their responsibility away.
Yeah.
Well, and like I said, it makes the episode in an infamous way very memorable, because from a show perspective, this is, and it happens a lot. Next cycle with British invasion, I do not remember a lot of that at all, but I do remember that everyone quits.
Everyone quits.
And I feel like this is when Top Model, like the seams were bursting on the contestants really started to take ownership. And I think All Stars
Why
was
they
in
have to
some ways a
introduce men.
mistake.
Well, it's really interesting. So look, y'all, we made it through All Stars.
We did it. We fulfilled our devil's contract.
The
Yeah,
show's
let's
about to
talk
change
moving forward.
So much. There is going to be an air of desperation to the show that is only going to increase.
To this show, Pod Lead'em.
Our
Us desperate to quit.
Imitating. I'm going back to college.
I'll say this.
I'm only speaking with my British accent next season. I'll be the British invasion of Pod Lead'em.
Let's talk about moving forward though, because we, said that really early on, and this has obviously changed, but our original goal was to make it through All Stars. At this point, we have done the original goal of Pod Lead'em, that's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards, and now
If you're
we're
a
getting
wizard.
and now we're getting into the cycles that JV Crump does not have a reference for. Like, I watched them. I know I did. I don't think I rewatched any of these. So
I rewatched British Invasion a lot.
I know the music videos by heart.
I've
but-
watched the music video episode 20,000 times.
How could you not? Get ready for more bops.
And, but
Well, and more bop.
Yeah, one and more, Bob. You're correct.
I'm interested to see if, because the show gets so stupid, if it'll be more fun for us or more of a challenge.
Well, and this cycle really did fly by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about that before we started. I don't know why, but recording All Stars, we recorded it the same way we've recorded any other cycle, but for some reason it feels like we started last week.
Recording All Stars was the opposite of recording Cycle 10. we zoomed through this. Even we had to talk about some real shitty things this season.
Again, and part of me thinks it's because All Stars is so dumb.
Oh yeah,
that it helps it be breezy even when it's at its heaviest and most
easily
like
comfortable,
offensive.
nicely. Yeah.
And that's my hope, because I know we're gonna have to talk about Kelly Catron. I know we're gonna have to talk about
Kelly
Rob
Catron
Evans.
is not even the worst of the villains we're gonna
Rob.
become part of.
She's
this
just
show.
there for a while, so that's why I think of her. And so this is my promise to you, listeners. We're gonna try and make it fun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to make it fun, and it might be. I don't know. I do not know.
But know that we're trying. Even when it sounds like we're not, we are trying.
And listeners, sometimes you've referenced contestants and photo shoots from these upcoming cycles, and I've nodded gently to myself, like, uh-huh.
Victoria?
These are mostly person names.
So, there was somebody who was like, I can't wait for you to be, I don't know her name. It's either Kirsten or Christian. And they're like, she's the most villain who ever villained. And I'm like, who? From what? And
I
how?
do think we are actually still have yet to interact with the greatest gift to ever come out of Top Model, or GIF if you pronounce it that way.
Oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait.
What are you talking about?
Phil and Gianna. And look, once a year in my Facebook memories, does Beard Weave pop up? Oh, it does. Yeah. Because that was the thing that happened.
Yeah, there are some like cultural moments that happen. And it's also going to be interesting because a lot of the contestants coming up are people who really became models and celebrities.
Yeah.
We've got Niall, we've got Winnie, we've got Layla, we've got people that like made it big. And I don't remember her at all on the show, so maybe my mind will change. India seems like a great person, and I love her presence online. So I hope the show does not disprove me of that theory.
And then we have Gina. So if you also don't like Gina, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this
People are going to be like,
podcast.
who's Gina? From
Honestly.
Cycle 6?
Any Gina. Any Gina.
Orangina.
Orangina. Gina Gershon. You should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. We love hearing from you, your hot takes, your iced tea. You can also reach out to us at podleadum.com or send us an email at podleadum@gmail.com. You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
Come say hi on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm at JW Crump, okay, on the TikTok.
And be sure to use the hashtag podleadum anywhere.
Just anywhere.
Anywhere.
Do it.
On your vision board, in your
Vandalize
artist way
walls.
journal. Oh my God. We can't say vandalize walls, but if you see hashtag
A wall that's not vandalized? Could you start vandalizing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crying out for a hashtag.
hashtag podleadum is the best way to do that.
Imagine how dorky you'd have to be. To spray paint a wall, hashtag podleadum. The whole thing, though. That's not that's what matters.
If you do
Big wall.
If you do hashtag podleadum as nail art, you then have an extra free nail.
Exclamation points?
Ooh.
A little wizard.
The wizard emoji. So for podleadum, I have been Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
Podleadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.